What's going on, guys? How you doing? It's me, Severin, and today we are going to be digging up an artifact, a relic, if you will, of a deck that I have not been able to find new cards for in any of the most recent sets, but it's still just crushing it on the ladder. So let's take a look at it right here. That's right. Today we're playing a deck I'm calling Tempered Steel. I put it in quotations because it is basically a standard version of a deck from my favorite Scars of Mirrodin Standard, playing Tempered Steel, which is this card over here. It's basically the same exact effect on Urza, Prince of Krug. Artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. So it turns all of our very small, minimal dorks into giant threats. And we're playing a lot of flyers, and a lot of evasive creatures. So we've got Skrelv to give things evasion. These two fly. Gingerbrute can be given unblockable except for things with haste. Coldforged Optrix flies. And the deck is just super fast. It's very low to the ground. It's very consistent. Mandible Justiciar and Goldforged Optrix put us way out of range of any other aggro deck. So we crush other aggro decks. And there's a lot of disruption in the deck to help us deal with mid-range and control. We've got Spell Pierces and Skrelvs to help us deal with those. And the Goldforged Optrixes protect our Skrelvs and our important pump legendaries that we have here. And the deck is basically all rares. There's no mythics except for the one Formari Vault in the land, which is absolutely not necessary for the deck to function. And most of the deck is very old. The only new cards are the one Formari Vault. Goldforged Optrix is from Ixalan, and then Goldforged Optrix is from like Brothers War or something, and Zoetic Glyph is from Ixalan. Gingerbrute is from Eldraine, and everything else is from like Brothers War or back. So like this deck is no new stuff from the last couple of sets. No Murders of Karlov Manor. No Outlaws of Thunder Junction except for Formari Vault. The rest of the deck is all just old stuff. And surprisingly, it is still so good in the current meta. So you got to see the games. Stick around till the end for the stats. I think you'll be impressed with how I've done so far. And we are going to, during this recording, we're going to try to make it to Mythic. So let's see if we can do that with this pile of old junk. Get into some games. All right. Quit peeping. I will not. I will keep on peeping. See if we can't frustrate somebody with our 1.5-year-old deck with no new cards in it. Playing Tempered Steel and Standard with Mr. Krug. Mr. Prince of Krug. We'll keep this. Mono red. We're pretty good against mono red. No turn 1 play is good for us. Charming Scoundrel. Definitely one of the lighter plays they could have. They make a treasure. And a Kumano. Got that a turn late. We will play a Gingerbrute. Might as well just get in. We're not too worried about protecting the Gingerbrute with the Skrelv. And every damage counts. Zeldon, Ronom, Excavator. Gets in there for 3. Michiko's Reign of Truth. Alright. Can't block with the Skrelv, so I might as well attack with it. Same thing, I don't really care if he kills the Gingerbrute because I get to discover 3. If he doesn't kill the Gingerbrute, then the Steel Seraph will give us some life back next turn. He does have Witchtalker Frenzy. Hopefully we discover into a creature. Unctus is good. He has no mana left. So we are going to Steel Seraph.
Gingerbread. Give the Unctus lifelink. Get in for 4. Gain some life back. And hope he can't kill us. He shouldn't be able to kill us from 12 and kill the Steel Seraph. What is the best case scenario for him? If he has 2 monstrous rages, that's +6 to his... That's not enough. So we'll let it go. He does not have 2 monstrous rages. Boom! Alright, now we're cooking with grease. Ichigo's Reign of Truth. Target here. Michiko's Reign of Truth. And that'll do it. We are the superior aggro deck. Diamond 1. Yes, I had fun. Thank you. Entering the match against Shadow. Are you prepared to face our steel? Opponent goes first. We've got a decent curve here. This is actually a very good curve. All right, Boros. Can we outrun Boros? That is the question. I am tempted to play Lookout over Skrelv, but I think Skrelv is the correct play because Goldforged Thopterix protects Skrelv and then Skrelv protects everything else. Human, Warden. Do they have Gleeful to go with it? No, they're going to start tapping their stuff, which I'm fine with. They oddly get a lot of... they can kind of take on almost like a control against us with their Gleeful Demolitions, but that's why I wanted to play Skrelv first. Because now we have Goldforged Thopterix, which gives Skrelv Ward 2, and then Skrelv can protect the Thopterix, and then we can play Unctus and start gaining some life, and then Prince of Krug. We usually do pretty good against Boros. It just depends on whether or not they go all in on this Warden. If they can get a big enough wall in the sky, we might be in trouble. But the fact that they're having to tap everything before they play anything is a good thing for us. They keep one on top. And luckily we have the lands to just go Unctus into Urza. Case of the Gateway Express doesn't do anything, as we can just protect. Oh, please target Skrelv because you forgot it has Ward 2. It doesn't do anything. You can't target Skrelv and it's not enough damage for Goldforged Thopterix. Oops. They didn't read the card. Oh, man. Oh, Unctus. But Glyph is so much better. Especially with us being able to protect it with Skrelv. The 5 life is huge. And the next turn we can play Lookout and Unctus and then finish it all off with Urza. Like, this should be pretty hard for him to come back with. We've beaten every Boros deck we've played against so far, so I'm hoping we can keep it up. They can make the Warden bigger, but not big enough. Case of the Gateway Express, sure. We'll pay 2, protection from white. None of that nonsense. I can't believe they didn't tap their stuff. They're doing it after big mistake. They should have done that before combat. They'd still have a Warden of the Inner Sky to block with right now, and now they don't. So that is going to cost them dearly. Get in there for 6. Draw a card, discard scroll. Steel Seraph is great. And this Urza is just gonna be the icing on the cake. Timodane's Recruiter. Not good enough. They're gonna turn on their cases, but so we'll block Recruiter, we'll block Inspector. Still take a good chunk of damage, but thankfully, thanks to the Gold Forge Thopterus, we are okay. So Mirex, Urza, Prince of Krug. Pumps everything up. And that's just game. We just attack with everything, yeah. GG. Accept your defeat. There we go. Bye bye, Boros. Let's get the Mythic. We are ready. Zathura Max. Man, I can't believe this deck is still this good. I'm having so much fun. Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. We get to go first. This is fine. It's not crazy or anything, but we got stuff to do, things to do. We'll get Skrelv down first. Protect our things. See what our opponent's turn 1 is. Tap land. All right. Control is going to be a pain. Tap your already tapped Restless Anchorage. Let's start getting damage in now. We got to be fast. Gotta go fast. At the end of the day, they're going to kill Skrelv over Disruptor anyway, if they have removal right now. So no sense in holding him back. Spell Pierce is very good. Who knows? Maybe if we draw a Mirex, we'll just poison him out the slow way. Very Mastermind. All right. So is it Flash then? Not Control? If it's Flash, I feel pretty good. It might be Esper, like Esper Flash. No, it's just like Esper midrange. Okay. Opponent gets in. All right. Well, since their shield's down, I'm just gonna bounce this to their hand and play Urza and get in with Disruptor and save 12 to protect Urza. And then we'll have Spell Pierces to back everything up for a little while. The nice part about Urza is if we draw more artifacts, we draw more stuff that gets big, and if we draw more lands, we can eventually just start copying our artifacts. So either way, we are fine. I would really like to draw my Mirex. I'm just trying to decide what to do with their turn. What are they going to do with their turn? Hopefully not play a Rafine. That would be a damper. They decide to play their Agonjo. I almost feel like they would hold on to that. That might have been what took them so long to play a land, as they were trying to decide whether it was worth playing or holding up to like kill the Disruptor. And they hovered over Urza, so I imagine that they really want to remove him. But we're not going to allow it. See if the opponent still wants to get in with their mastermind. It's either that or chump with it, so yeah, they'll get in. Makes sense. Why hold back? That's a fantastic draw. Can't be blocked except by creatures with haste. One more turn and it's GG's. I can protect and I got spell pierces for days. They aren't removing nothing. Can't remove anything. They can try. You know, you just want to pay 4 mana and draw some cards, right? They go for the Skrull. We are going to spell pierce. You going to pay 2? Because the problem Skrull presents for them is that even if they leave the mastermind back, we can just Skrull the disruptor pro blue so that they can't block with their mastermind. They do not pay the 2. So they apparently have some other ace up their sleeve, at least they think. My turn. Alright, well, we're gonna... They think this is their moment. They're like, yes, he did it. He did the thing. No. Sorry. Pro blue. Can't be blocked except by creatures with haste. And take 6 gets her. GG. All right. Who is next? Lucanidae 777 with the spaghetti monster. We get to go first. Fantastic. Oh, is it though? Ooh. Lands are rough. I think we got a mulligan. This is not a lot better, but we will keep 6 and we will put back the Unctus and we will pray that we draw a land off the top here. That is a land that lets us play this here into a glyph. What does our opponent have? They're playing blue-green something. Glimpse the core. They're ramping. Well, we might be able to be a little faster than them. Yes! 4th land, so we can play Urza. Boom. Take 5. Although I'm not going to lie, I might just make a Murex token. No, we'll play Disruptor. Tap their Cascade. So they can't do any crazy nonsense. And we'll put a glyph on this Disruptor. See if they have a counter spell. They do. That's fine. Get in there for another 6. Up to 30. The casual 30. Opponent has 4 untapped mana. We've got Atwara. Am I really... Should I just attack? If I play Urza, we win. If they don't have anything. I mean... If they spend their turn countering, they're still going down to 3. They have the make disappear. All right. Well, they're still going down to 3 unless they have a bounce spell. So opponent's down to 3. Opponent says, nice. They got the Restless Vine stock. See what we glyph into. A Swooping Outlook. Not bad, actually. And we'll play it just this year. Fast turn. Them having to give up lands is definitely not good for their cause. 3 steps ahead, draw 2, discard. Wonder what they're digging for. Elemental. Opponent's giving us the GGs. All right, are we just gonna win streak our way to Mythic? Let's do it. 3 more. Honda Deo. Honda Deo. Opponent goes first. I like our hand. We need another blue mana, but not too desperately. There's the other blue mana. If the opponent's on control, we're probably in a bit of trouble. We need some spell pierces. Well, here's hoping our opponent doesn't just temporary lock down us right away. No temporary lockdown so far. Alright. I mean, we're definitely getting counterspelled here, right? But I mean, honestly, like, if they're gonna board wipe us, I'd rather them counter this and then board wipe these 2 things, and then we rebuild with another Justice here. They actually played Essence Scatter. This is like gotta be like a hard control deck then. Liliana of the Veil. Sure, you can make us sacrifice a creature. Ooh, Spell Pierce. I like it. I'm gonna play this Murex. I'm gonna play this Mandible Justice here. As much as I don't want to, we're gonna go ahead and kill the Lily. Waste the damage. Pass the turn. Save the Spell Pierce for their board wipe. Siphon Insight. No, we're not going to Spell Pierce that. The opponent wants to steal our strategy. They are welcome to it. Steel Seraph. It's a pretty good card. Alright, well, we've got a Ganjo, though. So I guess we'll just Ganjo our own Steel Seraph. Get in for 2. Keep our Spell Pierce. They siphon us again. Hopefully it was just 2 lands. Their own Mandible Justice here. Well, I'm going to play this Michigo's Reign of Truth. Slap it on that Justice here. Let them trade. One goes down to 8. Gonna put a stop on our upkeep. Sunset Revelry. Man, that's annoying. Well, I mean, we're going to gain a lot of life regardless, so. Opponent blocks. We're up to 40 now. Mandible just this year is the secret MVP, man. Opponent makes a Murex token. No. No. Absolutely not. 1,000 times no. All right. Well, we are going to play a lookout. Grow the just this year, and we're going to slap a glyph onto this Murex token. Get in there. Hopefully they'll just play a Breach the Multiverse or something this turn and die. Look at that! Look at that! You ask, you receive. They play a Breach of the Multiverse and they die. Oh, I love it when we call it. All right. C easy. Not to be confused with G easy. We get to go first, and this is a pretty solid hand. I am digging it. Opponent mulligans. Mulligans again. Our odds are ever increasing. All right, let's get the lookout down. Look out below! Look at this terrifying thing. Can you imagine seeing this thing? It's mono red. Mono-Azorious Spear. Can't attack. Well, you mean he can, but we're just going to block it. Yep. All right, so we are going to play this, and we're going to play a Ginger Brute. Hold up this Spell Pierce. Since the Swift Spear has haste, we can't attack into it, unfortunately. Slick Shot Show Off. You got it. You're welcome to attack. One of those will get through, and every damage counts, right? I guess not. We will play that. We will play a Mandible just this year because getting life gain down is super important. We will not attack. Save the Spell Pierce because we're going to need it. It's not going to stop all their stuff from growing on its own, but it will stop their stuff from having Trample or Menace or whatever. Oh yeah, no, we are not allowing that to resolve. We'll never get out from under that. The dream is that we just draw a land here. No blocks. Because we can gain plenty of life on the backswing. Okay. No land, but that's fine. We're going to grow this just this year. Then we're going to give the just... I guess we'll give the Swooping Lookout lifelink. I mean... Gains us 4 life, puts us back up to 19. They can definitely deal a lot of damage with 3 cards and 3 mana, but we do have blockers, so they can't just absolutely run us over. Kamano faces Kakazan, okay. If we draw a land, we're good. Opponent gets in. No blocks here. Can't risk any of our stuff. We can gain back a lot of what we would block anyway. They do have a Witchstalker's Frenzy for our Seraph, which is unfortunate. Maybe I should have blocked with it, but hindsight's 2020. All right, so we'll get our Ginger Brute down. Guess we just get in. We got to keep getting in. We got to Spell Pierce. They've got a Creechy. It comes in with a counter. They've only got 1 card left though, so I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, at this point, I think it's worth the risk. The Spell Pierce isn't going to help us any. Unfortunately, they have enough mana to pay for it now. Still saved us because they had to play with fire, so it saved us the damage. So, I mean, we're going to play the network disruptor because it's going to grow the justice here a little bit. We'll tap their land. Not that that matters. We're going to get in. They've only got one card, so I don't think they can kill us from 14 with one card. Mandible just this here, man. Ball or common. You would never think it, but it is. All his stuff has haste, so we literally, like, I think he's gonna just hold back. Yeah, we literally can't do anything. Oh my goodness. We just need a land. We just need a land. I mean, now we have 2 spell pierces, so we can actually counter a non-creature spell at this point. So maybe he draws like a monstrous rage and thinks it's worth it to attack and gives us an opportunity. We can technically sack Gingerbrutes for life. Come on, land. Nice. Oh, I swear though, they're gonna have like a lightning strike in hand though, right? When we have no mana to spell pierce. We gotta risk it. If they have it, they have it. That's 1 card out of 60, so I mean, it has to be exactly it has to be a lightning strike or a witch doctor's frenzy. This is going to totally blow us out if it is. The way he's thinking about blocking, though, is making me think it's not. Okay, no, now I am thinking he's got removal. If that's not a removal spell, he's in a lot of trouble. Even if it's... Oh, no! I knew it! Oh, boy. That's rough. We lose all our stuff. And now he's sitting pretty. Oh, that was so bad. We had to try. Every turn we just sit there staring at him is terrible for us. I don't know why I did that. He has 4 mana to spend. That was such a waste of a spell. I'm just frustrated, I guess. Okay, we need to draw a Zoetic Glyph. That's not a Zoetic Glyph. I think we're dead. Any non-creature off the top, yep. Ah, man. And if I hadn't accidentally wasted that spell pierce, I mean, it wouldn't matter. The triggers are enough. GG. That was a close one. That was a close one. He had exactly what he needed to stop us, so. All right, let's wash the taste of that last match out of our mouths. Proxy. I think I played them in my last video. I think they were the first game in my last video. We're back again. Opponent goes first. We don't have any blue mana, which feels a little rough. Is it worth risking? Probably not. This is better. We will put back Urza, I guess. I don't want to put him back, but I mean, doesn't make sense to put back cheaper things. Human. All right, let's get down a Gonjo. Swooping Lookout. This is humans. Dinosaur. Paleontologist. All right. So I guess they just had a bunch of caverns in hand and needed to get this down. Actually a dinosaur deck. Smuggler Surprise. Gets 2 creatures. Well, he's missing land drops though, and that is going to cost him. I know I could slap the glyph on the lookout, but the life gain could be super relevant. We can tap stuff with this disruptor, and if we just draw a land and play Urza, like, there's not a lot he can do. Okay, disruptor. We'll tap the paleontologist. Get in for 7. Opponent doesn't block. They need to land too bad. Alright, they're on 5. At this point, they could have... Nope. Dinosaurs didn't stand a chance. Alright, 2. Ready! Power Surge! Power! The power! Opponent goes first. I think we'll keep this. Green mana. Alright, we're gonna play the blue-white land first. Even though I'd like to play the Ginger Brute now. Alright, so... Ramp. Okay, I was thinking it was gonna be Gruul aggro, but it looks like ramp. We'll play Goldforge Thoptrix. Let's see if they have removal for it. Opponent has 4 mana. What are they going to do with it? Big score. Oh man, I really wish I could have countered that. Play the Swooping Lookout. Play the Ginger Brute. Keep the Spell Pierce up, just in case it's like Smuggler Surprise. We're just going to have to play with Spell Pierce up. I mean, they're probably just going to drop in a Tali. Topiary Stomper, that's fine. We are fine with that. My turn. Mycosynth Gardens. It could be useful. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure we're tapping this properly. Oh, nope. Undo. Blue mana. Glyph on... Much I like the life gain, the vigilance might be important. I mean, most ramp decks at this point are playing Smuggler Surprise as their... Like, they have, obviously, the good cards, but they want a surprise on our turn. So I suppose we will play just this here. Get in with everything. Yep, and now they are out of land. They don't have enough lands to do it. Well, yeah, they do. They can do it again next turn, but do they have another one? They've already used 2. Do they really have a third one ready to go? I would very much like another glyph. They do have another surprise. What are their cards? Do they have the combo in hand? I mean, that is pretty rough. They gain a bunch of life. Draw a bunch of cards. kill our thing. Spell Pierce doesn't do anything. Man, that is rough. I'm definitely going to try to get in with this Thopteryx and kill this Terror of the Peaks. Can't believe that they didn't... Okay, I was going to say, they have to know that there's a reason I'm attacking. Oh man, that's really unfortunate because we played it right. And they have enough mana. We can't do anything about that. GG. Sob. Whichever it is, we get to go first. This is okay. We need some lands, but we're gonna Gingerbrew it up. And we'll plan on playing a Skrelv and another Gingerbrew. That's control. We might struggle a little bit here. Oh, what am I doing wrong? Wrong card. Get in with our Gingerbrews. Cookies! Depends on our draws and whether or not they have counters. If they have Get Lost, that's fine. That could actually be to our benefit at some point. Let's go ahead and put a glyph on this Gingerbrew here. Glyph on Gingerbrews. Awesome. Do they have a lockdown? They do. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? But we do get to discover, so. And we find it just this year. Nice. Keep the pain coming. All right. Goldforge Thopteryx. Get in for 3. If they have another one. They do not, at least as far as I know. Well, I'm going to play a Disruptor. A Faithful Mending. That's fine. I'm not going to waste my Spell Pierce on that. So tap their Beach. Get in for 4. And then we hope that they just try to get this Mindbreaker out of the graveyard. Yep, that's fine. We do not care about that. No blocks. Opponent's giving us the angry angry professor. Nice. We should just be smart though. Because knowing our luck, they could have just had a march. And then the glyph ruins everything. We are no longer waiting for a match because we found one. Pilly Pilgrim. All right, Pilly Pilgrim. Billy Pilgrim. Opponent goes first. Man, I am tempted to keep this because we have a lot of cheap artifacts and some Urzas, but this is just not good enough. This is much better. We will... Man, I do not want to put back a land, but... I think we put back the Thopteryx. Now I kind of regret putting back the Thopteryx. Just because Thopteryx protects the Urza, but I mean, Spell Pierce technically kind of does the same thing. Cat. Is this a rock sand deck? I'm here for it. I'm gonna get in for one. Does the opponent have a Fading Hope? Yep. That's fine by me. They put it on the bottom, gain 3 life. I mean, they're low on cards though. I'll put Beanstalk. That's gonna be a pain. But they have to get there first. So I'm gonna play Skrell. And I'm just gonna go to town. I'm gonna play this Meet You Guys Ran of Truth while they don't have a way to bounce this. Get in for 6. Urza or the Asusa flip. I'm gonna get in with the Justice here, see if they want to block. They do. If they don't have any tricks, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'll just let it go. I'll hold the Spell Pierce up. They just scoop. Okay. No lands in your ramp deck. All right. Final boss battle number 1. A Mokbur. I say number 1 because I try not to be too... We get to go first. That's a great, really good start. I say battle number 1 because I try not to be cocky. Pretentious, I guess, would be a better word. I want to play Tapling. We do find an actual blue, which is fantastic. So I think we're gonna play a Network Disruptor. We'll tap their tap land and get him for 1. No sense in leaving Skrell back because they're gonna kill Skrell before they kill Disruptor. So let's get down the Mycosynth. Green white. What are the odds that they have a Boseiju in hand? We can't protect from... I'm gonna go for it. If it's not Boseiju, we're fine. Because we can use Skrell to protect anything else. Okay, that's fine. They go get a Plains. Now we will leave Skrell back because they are going to want to kill this Disruptor at this point. And the 1 damage from Skrell is not worth losing the 5 from the Disruptor. Temporary lockdown. That is unfortunate. But thankfully, we will get to Discover 3. Hopefully we find something good. Lookout is fine. Another Lookout. Alright, so let's hope that they don't have more lockdowns because we're going all in. Meet You Guys Ran of Truth. Alright. Green-white control of all things. Depopulate. Goodness. Meet You Guys Ran of Truth. Definitely not helping us here. We need a Gingerbread. Foreign collects. Oh no. We need a Gingerbread. Hey, there he is. Gingerbread. Meet you go. Can't be blocked. Get in there. It's a start. The opponent has got Jetmir's Gardens in hand though, so apparently they've been missing red this entire time. They decide to play another green instead, so they have something for 6 mana that they want to play. Or not. They cycle a garden. Are they looking for another lockdown? Nope. They cycle the other garden. Well, this is looking pretty good for us then. Oh! Yes! 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 Through the temporary lockdown to Mythic! We did it! Pow! with a deck that's like a year and a half old. All right, and we're back for the post-game wrap. And man, we did it. We made it to Mythic. And you can see we played about 52 games, and we just went straight up. Pew, right to Mythic. 69% win rate, man. That's insane. Over 52 matches. That's very, very good. And oddly, we had a 73% win rate on the draw. We actually had a better win percent on the draw than we did on the play. And that is very rare for an aggro deck. Most aggro decks have a very high on the play win rate and a very low on the draw win rate, especially in best of one. So for us to be able to actually keep up on the draw more often than not is amazing. We crushed mono red. We beat every Boros deck that we played across the fifth. I mean, it's only 5, but still, we beat all the Boros decks that we played. Just amazing. And the deck is pretty cheap. It's only really rares, and there's not a lot of new cards in this. It's basically an old deck. Nothing from the last 2 sets except for the 1 land and the mana base for Mari Vault, and you don't need that. It's just an extra goodie I threw in there to help me grind out some matches if I'm just drawing too many lands. You saw the games. The deck's good. It's fun. It's fast. It's consistent. It's resilient. And I hope that you enjoyed watching it as much as I did playing it. If you did, please make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Keeps me making content. Gives me a reason to get up in the mornings and work on this stuff for you guys. And I appreciate every one of you so much for making it this far. So thank you. And I will catch you in the next one.